Two Borno local governments under Boko Haram's firm control, Zulum tells senators. All marketers begin establishment of auto gas conversion centers in filling station. More headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning. Nnamdi Kanu writes, begs US to witness anti-terror trial. Buhari lifts Twitter ban after 222 days suspension. NDLEA raids Lekki drug joint, arrests D General. Others recovers tramadol cannabis. More here from the Punch newspaper. Nigerians pour encomiums as ex-Oyo governor Alao Akala, former minister, die. Zamfara communities panic over bandits. 1 week ultimatum for 35 million naira levy. Lastly, from the Punch newspaper, Fayemi meets Tinubu over 2023 presidency, Ekiti governorship poll. That's some headline from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Moving over to the Tribune newspaper this morning, I have a major one, of course. So it's all over the papers this morning. Just federal government lifts ban on Twitter. Of course, that's following the approval by President Muhammadu Buhari. Ex-governor, Oyo governor, Adebayo Alawa Kala is dead. Elsewhere, I have this one. Oyo APC lost a father, Fijabi Monza Kala. NGO NYC partner to train core volunteers on safety emergency response. Oyo APC chair expresses shock over Alawa Kala's death. Stakeholders validate national dairy policy to improve livestock subsector. Elsewhere, again, dozens of traders kidnapped in Benin, Guari. Security related, that one. We'll take a look at that one as we go ahead. Police arrest 6 over civil unrest in Oshun. Still in the southwest, Oshun 2022, PDP aspirants no fate in 48 hours at Doke. Jonathan mourns Alawa Kala. Alawa Kala, man of the people, pragmatic leader. Fire me. That's coming from former Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kaide Fayemi, who commiserated with the government and people of Oyo State over the death of the former governor Alawa Kala. Police arrest 6 over civil unrest in Oshun. Police arrest suspected killer of 300-level student of Uni Jos, Jennifer Anthony. Court remands Mumtha over alleged 6 billion naira money laundering. That's also in the pages of the Tribune newspaper this morning. Kano to vaccinate over 3.6 million children against polio virus. Group donates drugs to Osun State Hospital. Once a day HIV pill effective at suppressing HIV in children. You might want to take a look at that one if you're so interested. Local stock market rebounds as market capitalization crosses 24 trillion naira. Standard Chartered to shut down 50% of its Nigerian branches. That's some business related story. You can take a look at that as well. LCCI again expresses concerns over worsening in security.
All right, from the Daily Post this morning, COVID-19 vaccines may need to be updated. That's coming from the World Health Organization. GS3 student dies after jumping through window in Ondo State. 2023, Buhari trying to bribe us, playing smart. Nigerians react as federal government lifts Twitter ban. Alawa Kala encouraged me to join APC before he died. It's coming from an ex-Guber candidate, Akim Alao. Okay, Nigerian government leaves ban on Twitter. Well, went through yesterday night. Emmanuel Onbiko 2023 poll, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, might be an interesting read there. Policeman turned governor, Obasanjo praises Alao Kala. 2023, Nigeria must address political injustice by electing an Igbo man. That's coming from the PANPIEC. More headlines here. AFCON 2021 will play you same way we did against Egypt. Moses Simon warns Sudan. And 2021 recruitment. Police receive 81,000 applications. Extend online registration. Allah Kala ensured peace in APC. That's coming from the governor of Ekiti State. Fayemi. NCC boss Dan Bata to deliver a lecture in one of the universities. EPL, Ronaldo shouldn't be Man United striker. That's coming from Paul Scholes. Well, back and forth. in the dressing room at Manchester United. Terrorism, God's judgment will soon fall on killers. That's coming from a pastor, Paul Eneche there. More headlines, Governor Mohammed approves employment of 1,061 Bauchi medical students. And more from here, Keke Napep strike. Okada riders defy ban, return to Kano streets. Ninth Assembly, under me not perfect, made some errors. That's coming from the Senate President, Ahmed Lawan. More from here, PDP Publicity Secretary, Nwamba slumped in court after 4 days in detention. The security challenges in Nigeria will soon end. That's coming from Lawan. We'll go on a first commercial break, and when we come back, we'll see if we connect with Dr. Olu Ojedokun to make some sense from these headlines this morning. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Some kind people for we country now, they face waiting, then they call sweet palava. What? Like a fusa, when they wonder whether if you park a new car for the left side or right side of a compound. Get no problem, go. Now whether to start in brand new generator with key or with remote. If it's safe, pray we don't they open and close a new fridge every 5 minutes. My people, waiting they cause some, Now the Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza. What? Yeah! If you self want experience your own sweet palava, just dial *611# and recharge up to 500 naira every week to enter this Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza. Over 500,000 gifts will include plenty brand new cars, generators, TVs, fridges, and plenty other sweet prizes. Full ground remain. Start to recharge now, make you fit win. Terms and conditions they shall. Glow Joy Unlimited.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Africa's greatest football tournament is here. Watch all 52 AFCON games live in perfect picture quality on DSTV with expert analysis. What's more, with the DSTV app, you can experience every moment at home or on the go from the 9th of January to the 6th of February 2022. Get an HD decoder, dish, and 1 month DSTV compact subscription for only 13,900 naira and color live to the Total Africa Cup of Nations 2021, live and in HD on Supersport, your world of champions.
Ọjọ́ ìdùnnú nílé ìwé máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ àti mílíkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 tó ní àlékún DHA èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn fún ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílíkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 lójoojúmọ́.
People they always make me laugh when they talk say 2K not be money. So you never hear of Fidelity get alert in Milos promo season 5 when it be say we just chicken 2K. You fit to win plenty millions. All you need now to open any type of savings account with Fidelity Bank. Collect your ATM join or use account where you don't get before they save at least 2K inside. And the more you save, the higher your chance to win. Then lucky customers go fit to win 1 million naira each every month. They still get 5 million naira for one lucky customer and 2 million naira for another lucky customer. Plus 50 lucky customers go they chop 10,000 naira one by each every week. Make a compost your head finally. If you fit save 2K constantly make it plenty, you fit carry 10 million naira go house. If you like, no rush, go open your Fidelity account and activate your debit card.
We're Fidelity. We keep our word.
Right, welcome back. It's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. We're live on YouTube. It's at 32 FM 949 Ibadan. At 32 FM 949 Ibadan. We'll be joined down by Dr. Olu Ojedokun this morning, and he'll be making some sense from the headlines this morning. Hello, Doc. Good morning. Good to have you again.
Morning, sir.
And top of the day to you.
Right, Doc, we'll start with these headlines here. Okay, Kenny, you have one. Let's start with yours this morning.
All right, the Twitter ban, of course, having been lifted by the federal government, we understand that's the major story out of the papers this morning. So, what's your take on that? Of course, a lot of people have had a lot to say about the ban. What's your reaction to that news this morning?
Hello, Doc.
Hello. Yeah, I had the Twitter ban, but I didn't quite hear what was said.
Basically, your reaction to that news, the news coming out this morning, because the federal government haven't lifted the Twitter ban right there.
I imagine you want me to really speak on the Twitter ban, the fact that Twitter has been unbanned, and that we don't have to use the VPN anymore.
Correct.
The cynic. Hello.
Hello, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Yes. Well, the cynic will suggest that it's because the APC is now into electioneering mode. And of course, it will be quite hypocritical to maintain a Twitter ban while behind the scene, some of the stalwarts are using VPN. But many others will suggest that the federal government seems to have got a pound of flesh from Twitter itself, registration with the CAC, and some other requirements, payment of tax, and so income tax, and so on and so forth. Some will say that has come at a heavy price. I was speaking to someone yesterday, a small business owner, and said that she's got her PVC ready because what this government did to her business by banning Twitter was to almost decimate her business. So there are a lot of people who would say that the government lost billions just to make a point. And the billions and the people who have suffered from the billions are the small, medium-sized businesses. Some will say that is foolhardy. Others will say that sometimes you need to make a point, and to make a point that Nigeria, you understand, cannot be messed around. But others will say, was it Nigeria that was messed around with, or was it the ego of Mr. President that was messed around with? So whichever way you look at it, Nigeria doesn't come out of it smelling of roses. And I don't think it's an achievement to say that the ban has been lifted. It's not an achievement. We're free, we're in a democratic society. We should not be expecting to be just amongst the 5 countries in the world where Twitter has been banned. I think it's rather unfortunate, but I think there's a sigh of relief for many people this morning.
All right, so I'd like to take a look at what investors think of the country right now. Of course, the ban, for many, underscores the...
You said something about investors?
Yes, investors. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes. Well, I think it doesn't give much confidence, when Twitter has been banned and so on and so forth. It doesn't really give much confidence. And that's been part of what has affected the foreign direct investment. People look at the government's policies and they see contradictions. They look at the government policies and they see repression. And they look at the government policies and they see them making policy on the hoof. Investors want certainty, they want direction, they want clarity, and they want transparency. When you're putting your money into an economy, you want to know what the policies are. I'm afraid to say that sometimes you cannot predict with this government what the exact policies are, what their objectives are, and what exactly they plan to do. And of course, it's going to affect investors, except we change tack.
All right, Doctor, quickly, on this other side, politically, yesterday night and in the early hours of this morning, Nigerians came out to react and had this opinion that the lifting of the ban on Twitter is for political gains ahead of 2023, trying to see if they can use that to appease the youth and well-meaning Nigerians to campaign for 2023. Is this part of your line of thought, or it's just a figment of their own imagination?
Well, a lot of people, a significant amount of people, particularly the youths, were really unhappy the small businesses are really livid with this government. And there are many independent observers who will say that whilst the Twitter ban persisted, any pretensions to be a democracy or to be a fair society, it was lost. So some might suggest that cynically the APC is only lifting it to regain support and to ensure that the same Twitter that successfully campaigned and successfully ensured that Buhari was elected as the president will do the same for somebody within the APC. I don't know whether it is, but I think APC sees a win-win in this situation, whereas there are many people that see a lose-lose in the sense that you've already decimated many businesses, the political impact is done, can it be undone? I think time will tell whether the political damage can be undone and be repaired.
All right, let's move on to some other headline. Yesterday, Saturday in Oyo State, the former governor of Oyo State, Otumba Adebayo Alao Akala, passed on yesterday at the age of 71. And then he threw many people, they say he's the man of the people. And then many people got so sad yesterday. And we had so many reactions from different people saying it was a great loss to the people of Oyo State, and now Alao Akala is gone.
Well, it certainly was a significant and substantial figure, there's no doubt about that, and it was still politically relevant as far as Ogbomoso is concerned, and Ogbomoso is a significant block in Oyo State. But I think what really got people was the suddenness. It was sudden. It was in Abuja the day before. And so people suggest that it was hale and hearty, and he came back to back to base, and people say he slumped in the bathroom. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. So I think it's a suddenness. Alao Akala, a lot of people said that when he was in government, that money flowed freely and the people were happy and joyous, and that it was associated, with happiness and with a smile on the face. That's what some people will say. I would say that what we've lost is someone who will continue to play a significant role long after he stopped being the governor. Remember, he tried to contest twice, and he remained a feature within the two major political parties at a point in time. So I'm sure that the world of politics would be poorer without Otumba Alao Akala.
Anyway, they call him the ATM governor. And then you ask him, why do they call you the ATM governor? There's money in the state, you spend it on the people, And then let's look at this again within the APC. He was the chairman of the was the elder of the advisory council in the APC, and then he was trying to unite the APC in the state. Now he's gone. Who will fit into those shoes? Do you think the APC will still come together as one with different blocks of the party in the state?
Well, I think the significant thing about him was that he was the substantial figure that came from somewhere outside Ibadan. He came from Ogbomoso, so from that he had a reach beyond Ibadan. It's going to be difficult. His shoes will be filled, of course, but it's going to be a very difficult one. It's going to be a very difficult one because where Alao Akala could reach, many of the people that will follow him may not be able to reach that in one election cycle. They may get there eventually, but not almost immediately. So it's a huge loss. And I think APC would have to return to the drawing board because they are going to meet a formidable person in terms of Makinde. Formidable because of some of the achievements that are on the ground. Formidable because PDP is getting its act together. So they would have to act fast to get their act together if they're going to present a formidable challenge or possibly overcome the PDP in Oyo State.
All right, sir. Just a general question here. I'm curious to know your position as to the what you think of the APC going into the 2023 elections.
So my position, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Your position as regards to the APC and the internal, their internal affairs.
I think the line is bad.
Hello?
So I didn't quite hear.
Hello, can you hear me now? Hello? Having some issues there. Let's try and reconnect. We'll try to reconnect, Doctor.
I can't hear.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you clearly, but I cannot hear the other commentator clearly.
Can you hear me now? Hello, sir.
Not really.
Okay, just your thoughts on the APC and, of course, the internal crisis. Some people are saying they're having a crisis right now. What do you think about on national level?
Crisis that there are crises within it, and that's why Alaokala was appointed to take charge. I think the real challenge for the APC is the performance of this Makinde. Makinde is not an excellent politician, but it's an excellent performer. And, performance always goes, ahead sometimes of political shenanigans. People will point to many things. Yes, I'm not a PDP supporter, but I support performance. And so that's what APC is having to tackle. How do we overcome the performance of this person? How do we play politics to such an extent that we'll be able to gain the support of people? So I think that's what APC is. Then there are factions within the APC, various factions. Remember that people come in and out from political parties, APC to PDP. And I think the factionalization is what Alaokala was trying to cement. So we will see where that's going to go. We will see whether that's going to be resolved.
Right, Doctor, let's look at this headline from the Daily Post this morning. 2023, Nigeria must address political injustice by electing an Igbo. That's coming from the Pan-Nigerian Presidency of Igbo Extraction Coalition. He has attributed political injustice as part of the rationale behind the myriads of challenges bedeviling the country. This is even as the group insisted that Nigeria can end its own version of political injustice by electing an Igbo as president of the country in the coming 2023 general elections. Well, the headline there, 2023, Nigeria must address political injustice by electing an Igbo. Is there any injustice? The table is open. The doors are wide open for everybody to come. No party has come to say this is where we're zoning the presidency to. David Umahi has declared his intention. Shiwaji Bola Ahmed has declared his intention. Dele Momodu has declared his intention. And the likes of Rabi Kwankwaso wants to declare his intention. And then you ask the question, how is an Igbo man not being president being injustice? If they have the right people to do that, why don't they come up with it?
Well, first and foremost, political terrain is dominated by turn. And if it's turn by turn, it's been the turn of the far north, it's been the turn of the southwest, it's been the turn of the south. Then what's the problem of us going turn by turn to the southeast? This is a country where there was a civil war. And when there was a civil war, the aggrieved party, some will say, was the southeast. I feel that if Nigeria is going to be further cemented, if Nigeria is going to take the sting out of IPOV and all its shenanigans and antics, then somebody from the southeast being a candidate and a successful candidate may actually put pay to the narrative of IPOV that the Igbos are marginalized. I think it will be smart politics. I think at the end of the day, any competent person should contest and should rule, but my own view is that smart politics dictates that areas that have been marginalized are given the opportunity and are supported to be president. If somebody from the southeast becomes president, then the narrative of Nigeria is that anybody can aspire to the highest office, no matter where you come from, whether you're an Igbo or whether you're Yoruba, or whether you're Hausa, Tiv, or indeed Ibibio. And I think that's the narrative that it will bring about. So I think the Southeast should be given the opportunity. And I think the political parties can do that. They can facilitate that. We need competent people from the Southeast. They need to identify themselves. They need to come out. And they need to contest vigorously. Of course, we are not going to force anybody to step down for them. But I think if they play their cards right, they can mobilize enough support and they can win an election, and then we can put pay to the narrative that Nigeria is not a federation and should not be together.
All right, Doctor, quickly, you said it's a rotational thing, it's a turn-by-turn thing. You want to ask, who is that competent person? Who are those people from the Southeast who would come out and say, okay, we want to become, or I want to become president, and then has this political clout to, bring together the North, the South together to vote for him and win elections in Nigeria?
Well, some would suggest it will be, they used to be governor. Some would suggest Moghalu used to be deputy governor of Central Bank. as far as that is great. In the past, people would have said Rochas, but there's a lot of Rockos around Rochas or Korocha. But I'm sure that there are silent, quiet people there. Even the governor of incoming governor of Anambra State, if not for the fact that was becoming governor, that's Professor Soludo. He's also a formidable person. We have the young lady, I call her young lady, who is the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Okonjo Iweala. So there are quite a number of people from the Southeast who are quite formidable and who could present very good credentials of competence to rule Nigeria and even be able to cross the boundaries. Of course, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But I'm not going to dismiss the politicians from the Southeast. But for the governors, I'm not really particularly enthused by Umahi and the governors. I don't think they've showed their mettle yet, and I don't think they're substantial enough to cross the political divide.
So what do you think about zoning going into the future as, of course, the country progresses over the years? Zoning, should it be constitutional? Should it be, put into the constitution? Because right now it's not something that's backed by, law per se. What do you think of that? Because it leaves us in this situation where, we have to decide, people have to decide, by themselves, okay, this zone should be the next and all of that. Doesn't that cause some sort of, confusion?
Yes, I heard that people have to decide by themselves. Well, in a democracy, let me just think what I gather because the line is not clear. In a democracy, whoever is presented is what people would make their choice on. So if we have two southern candidates, people choose from the two southern candidates. If we have two northern candidates, we choose from the two northern candidates. That's how democracy runs, from that point of view. And so, yes, if the majority of Nigerians say they want somebody else other than from the Southeast, then that's democracy. But I think the majority of Nigerians want fairness. The majority of Nigerians want people to have their turn. Because what we do in Nigeria is turn-by-turn politics. I'm not saying it's the best, but that's what we seem to have been doing. And let every region have its turn, particularly when most people from other regions haven't performed in a sterling way. So let's have other regions have their turn at it. And let's demystify the center and let us give power to the regions. Let there be more power of the regions so that at least all this running around and scuttling around from presidential power will be reduced. Let people go to their regions and make their regions stronger and more effective in terms of governance.
All right, sir, let's take a look at this story coming out of the Guardian newspaper. Now, the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, he has thanked lawmakers and journalists for honoring his 63rd birthday. Of course, talking about the incessant killings in the country, he said the situation is not too good for the country. He said recently we lost 200 people in Zamfara and some number in other parts of the country. What's your take on security in the country right now, the security situation?
On the performance. And from where I'm sitting, I can't really see the performance. I can only see that they've been nodding in acquiescence, shaking their heads, agreeing with everything, but most of the things that the executives have done. I don't think there's really much of a legacy that the Senate can point to. A Senate that sits for 66 days out of the constitutionally mandated period, less than almost a third. I don't think has much to point to. I think a Senate that in terms of recurrent expenditure continues to spend, you understand, beyond the means of Nigeria in terms of salaries, in terms of emoluments. I don't think that's what really we want in terms of achievement. The Senate has not been unable to hold the executive to account, either for the killings that have been going on in the Zamfara and other places. They've just sat mute. They have not been able to call the president to order. They've not been able to exercise their oversight function. So I don't think there's much of a legacy or much really we can expect from this Senate president. Not now. Maybe in the future things might change.
All right, we'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back, we'll be opening the phone lines for you, listener, to contribute and have one or two to talk about any story that resonates with you this morning. The numbers to call will be 0705 5949 and 0809 7949. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0906 200949. WhatsApp messages to 0906 200949. Remember, we're live on YouTube. Okay, before we go on that break, let me quickly announce to you that from the 17th of January, that's next week Monday, the Break of Dawn newspaper review will be starting at 6:30 a.m. A little tweak in the programming on this dial. By 6:30 a.m., the paper review starts from next week Monday, 6:30 a.m. And then we have the ride all through till some minutes past 7. But let's have it 6:30 a.m. from the 17th of January 2022. We'll go on this break, and when we come back, the Break of Dawn newspaper review will come back. Stay tuned.
Every kid is amazing at something. Amazing day. Amazing day instant cereal. Amazing day. Same calcium as a glass of milk. For healthy bones and teeth. Excellent source of protein. For daily growth and strength. Calcium, protein, vitamin A, dietary fiber.
Golden Penny Amazing Day Instant Cereal. Feed that amazing.
Uncle Dentist, what can be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Shey they use comfort?
No, dear. Now, hole for teeth they cause most tooth pains will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
Yes, cavities out!
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Oh, yeah, rock your body. Everybody jolly. Dance here for the matter. Spread the love for the area. Share the joy with Golden Penny. Yeah. Celebrate with Golden Penny. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Auntie Shade. Auntie Uncle Jaye. Everybody they jolly. Now Golden Penny for the family. Oh, Baba, it's the season of love. Oh, baby, it's the season of togetherness.
Season's greetings from Flour Mills of Nigeria PLC, owners of the iconic food brand Golden Penny.
Some people go just promise you berekete, but they go only fit give you bear. Some no go fit do pass bear way. If they too try safe, some fit struggle give you bereke. But you see glow, they no go just give you berekete. They go even give you berekete plus join safe.
Yes, so when new and existing Glow users enter Glow Bracket Plus, they will begin enjoy 100 Naira MB bonus data on top every first recharge of the month, another 60 MB bonus on top every other recharge of the month, and another 400% call time bonus. And if you be new Glow subscriber and call, now 1,000 Naira bonus credits, then go first take knock you welcome on top all the recharge them. This one pass all four. Nah, four. This one now Bracket Plus. Just dial *777# or activate new Glow SIM. Make yourself fit get joy on top your unlimited value. Waiting for Glow Bracket Plus. Glow, joy unlimited.
Every kid is amazing at something. Give them amazing day. Amazing day instant cereal. Give them amazing day. Same calcium as a glass of milk. For healthy bones and teeth. Excellent source of protein. For daily growth and strength. Calcium, protein, vitamin A, dietary fiber.
Golden Penny Amazing Day Instant Cereal. Feed that amazing.
All right, it's great to have you back. 32 FM 94.9. Of course, it's the Break of Dawn paper review right here. The numbers to call 07055 000-949. I'll take that again. 0705 5000 949. 080 97000 949. 080 97000 949. Let's have your thoughts. Feel free to drop by. Let's hear you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? All right, Sean.
We're going to think that we lost one of our finest politicians in the Alawa.
is showing us a perfect peace. But you see, you see some things on social media yesterday. When federal government now regulates social media, we said fundamental human rights of people, any of them have been violated. They said in the case, they said about your someone who died December 12, and our Canada died January 12. The next person that will die is our president, February 12. It's very unfortunate. Some of us in social media are educated in this thing. If the government do something now, they say fundamental human rights of people have been violated, or we must not have violated. That's the way they are using social media in advanced countries. Let me see what we can do. Have a nice time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
0705 5949 0809 7949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Penny and Chiki.
Good morning, sir.
I am Baba Kuduru John and Jock. I'm calling from Mokola, and I want to comment Dr. Jedokun's comment this morning. First, let me just tell you, I talk of Igbo presidency, that only extremely mischievous one could seriously suggest that Igbo are not ready for presidency. And it baffles me when an Igbo man begins to suggest that. And let me tell him, I commend Dr. Jedokun this morning, his comment. Let me remind Nigerians that in the tripod upon which Nigeria is erected, the Southeast have not pursued the presidency since 1999. And zoning the presidency to the Southeast will help in assuaging the feelings of the Southeast in the country. Today, I can authoritatively tell you that there is the general feeling within the Igbo nation, especially the young up and coming generation, that as people in the Igbo have been deliberately sidelined, particularly in the sphere of political leadership of the country. No Igbo person has so far been deemed suitable to be put at the helm of affairs at the apex management position of Nigeria since independence in 1990. I title this sustained marginalization of the Igbo people. And so, if you don't want them to obey the president, my question is that if I will about it, you retain of PhD. Thank you. Let me be brief this morning.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
John and Joku, for your thoughts there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alaja Salam Kaadumbradi from Coca-Cola.
Right, make it brief.
And Dr. Jedokun and the last caller, I want to join them in allowing our major political parties or other political parties to field southern candidates as the next president. And Nigerians should support the cause of Igbo to become president of Nigeria. Remember what caused our civil war is a kind of marginalization. And I want everybody, other try to empathize with our Igbo brothers and sisters. That if we have been there, will they be talking the way they are talking now? Will they be saying that the Igbo are asking for too much? I think they are not asking for too much. In order to maintain one Nigeria, we should allow an Igbo man to become president. If not, if they wanted to go, I think we should allow them to go. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling.
Thank you, sir. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Adeshi Yamola from UI.
All right.
A lot of people did not even know why one led to Twitter ban. Somebody was making violent statements. And however, if some people are complaining that they say one of the things about the president, my take is that if you are not fit to participate in democratic government, there's nothing you are doing there. This Jonathan, people carry his corpse across the country doing protests. Every did not fall. It's just that this leader, and that's why we're having this problem. We're having people that are not fit to rule. People that are not very educated to rule. You know, I know some youth, they lost because of the Twitter ban, because of you have one people that are illiterate, that don't know about governor, they are really. Whatever they post on social media, has that taken you out of, has that made you to die? People are just illiterate and they are followers. That's how the best of today.
Thank you for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chike.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ken. This is okay.
Good morning, sir.
I can tell us confidently and boldly that we have 1,000,001 people that are qualified, including myself, including you, Chike, eminently qualified. But we might not play our politics well, like I said that day, and you said our local politics were playing it, that the only one is the federal. We might not play it well, but I know we are eminently qualified. What I still stand to say is that we need to go back and learn how to play our politics in the Southeast well. You might say over there, all of us are playing, but we are not playing it well. That's why it's as if we are relegated to the background. The Southeasterners are relegated to the background. Let's start from inside first. You see the governor of Ebonyi and his utterance is 500 naira in the hospital. You see the one who is doing doing. How do we woo people to our side? That is actually what my help is. Good morning.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Thanks
All
for
right.
calling.
Some messages here from you.
On YouTube, good morning, Chike and Kenny. Another big tree has fallen in Oyo State. May the soul of the former governor rest in peace. I commiserate with his family and the people of Oyo State. That's something from Timothy Okore, Omotalani Nabiola, Omo Basharum. Good morning, Chike and Kenny. On the statement credited to the Senate President that the problem of insecurity will soon be over, the Senate President should please stop kidding Nigerians. We're not fools, he says. Thank you very much. The federal government banning is purely political. They need it for the 2023 elections because it played a very significant role in bringing them into power. Raphael Osai, Motalani again, Abiola. I commiserate with the Oyo State government, the state governor, Abiodun Makinde, and entire family of the deceased for the demise of the youth. Thank you very much as well. Your analysis, okay. Raphael Osai again says, as for the Igbo presidency, they should forget it for now because the truth is they're not ready yet. They need to put their house in order. Bamidele, Mayodele, Idowu, Chike, and 32 FM, kindly maintain your 6 a.m. time. Elsewhere, says Nigeria's time is not the same with some of the diaspora time. Please look into it and let the status quo remain.
Okay, that's Bamidele, Ayodele, Do. Yeah, there. Okay, let's pick more calls there. 0705 500949 and 0809 700949. Those are the numbers to call. That's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. Hello, good morning.
Hello, I'm calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Go ahead.
This is Shola from Dengu District.
Okay.
Hello.
Go ahead and make your point.
I just want to comment on the issue of the presidency.
Go ahead.
I think in the interest of justice, in the interest of one Nigeria, we should just give it to the Igbo. If not, they should just allow them to go. But my advice to the Igbo is that if they can just support one person and and be united. So that is it, please. They should allow the Igbo people to do it. Because of this justice. I'm a Yoruba man, I'm not an Igbo, I'm not a politician, to give it to Igbo. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, sir. What's your name?
Good morning. My brother, I'm a lucky champion. Yeah, nothing seems to be working in Nigeria. Every now and then we have people being kidnapped, tied and shot. Blood from everywhere. Niger State is under siege. Zamfara is under siege. Borno State is under siege. Now, almost every fact of Nigeria is under siege. What is the solution? What do we have the solution? President Lawal is saying that it will so end. The president will so end. When will it end? It's all the government is things.
All right, Dr. Oluojerokun, are you still there? Let's have your thoughts on some of these reactions from our listener.
Well, the one I was able to catch really was that of the competence and the turn of the Southeast to be able to be the next president of Nigeria. You know, any federation has to be based on fairness. It has to be based on equity. It has to be based on access. And if you have a federation that keeps on ignoring a significant part, no matter the kind of politics being played by that part, then we're going to have a problem. But I also think that what we need to begin to think about is how we de-emphasize the center and give more power to the regions or to the states. That's what we have at the present time. So that we demystify the center. What's going on is there's a rush for the center, you know, at the expense of the states and so on and so forth. Then, and I've said what I need to say on Alawa Akala. I think it's a substantial figure. I think it's a huge and monumental loss to Oyo State. But I think that his legacy will be, as we said before, that people smiled more when he was in office. And that might have to do with the economic conditions that were prevailing at this time.
More calls. Doctor, let's pick more calls.
Hello, good morning. You try and call back. The number is 0705 5000 949 080 7000 949. Those are the numbers again. 080 7000 949 0705 5000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the point of the message. Can you hear me?
You can speak up a bit. Do try and speak up a bit.
Kindly raise
Yeah,
your
Hello?
speak up a bit.
Can you hear me? This is the point of the message. Hello?
Go ahead. We can hear you now.
Yeah,
Okay, we might just allow you go. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Right, 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Hello, good morning. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Morning.
I'm allowed to I was talking for the interruption. Yeah, like I was saying, every part of Nigeria is under siege. You had that bandits abducted traders on the highway, tie them and shoot them. The Zamfara place, where the federal government sent delegation to condemn them. Condemn for what? When they are being, the bandits themselves, when they are arrested, they are being released. In short, and these people, every now and then, continue to kill, murder, and government is not doing anything. Matawale himself said that bandits are doing this. Who is leading them? One state, two communities are under siege. They are collecting tithes from them, taxes. Like that state, the same thing, Plateau state, the same thing. Where do we go from here? We have got it so bad that it seems no policy is working. It's something with the economy. So, women should just try to give education. Enough of competencies, enough of sending education to go and come to school. If their family that they work, I don't know what they will do.
All right, thank you for your thoughts there. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, today.
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good
morning.
morning.
Please, you have to caution Ola for calling me illiterate. Because I said people posting on social media. Please do to be reaching another person there.
All right.
If you say you are, you should be very careful for calling me illiterate. You should be very careful.
All right.
Have a nice time.
Okay, thank you for that observation there. Thank you for that observation there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
Good morning.
What's your name, sir? Good morning. We can hear you. Just go ahead.
Yeah, this is the fact of the masses. I don't see anything stopping them to become president of this country. But the problem is, I think it's the mainstream of the politics in the country. That's the question we need to ask ourselves. Nobody stopped them to become president of this country. If they want to become president, not to start out of good. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead, we can hear you loud and clear.
Have a nice day. I can't hear you clearly.
All right, just make your point. When you're connected, just make your point. Hello, good morning. Okay, Doctor, quickly, your final thoughts before we leave the studio this morning. A quick wrap up of the whole thing.
I think it's patently unfair to say that this government is not doing anything about the banditry or the terrorism and so on. Yesterday, some special forces from the Air Force were able to release some kidnappers. But even beyond that, they've been issuing a lot of press releases, and of course, sending the delegation is a new turn, is a new direction. At least before, they never sent anybody. So I think the government is trying its best. Is its best good enough? Some will say maybe not. And of course, we also mentioned the fact that the Twitter ban has been lifted, relief to many people. We lost Akala. We didn't speak much about it, but Tinubu has put his head into the race, and some other people have put their heads into the race. So politics commence. Let's hope that there will be a better Nigeria, and let's hope we will smile this year.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for your time. We do appreciate you, sir. And have yourself an amazing day.
Right. So, Kenny, let me ask you, have you started tweeting?
I actually jumped on Twitter this morning. For some reason, it wasn't working. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try again. I'll have to try again later.
Jamie, are you tweeting? You're
not
tweeting?
Not yet. Yeah.
All right, the ban has been lifted. Maybe I'll try to tweet this morning. All right, it's been awesome on the Paper Review this morning on 32 FM 94.9. Thank you for listening there, listener. My name is Chike Ubogo.
My name is Kenny Durutilu. Thank you, and join us tomorrow.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
32 FM.
Ìkànnì adẹ́rìn-pòṣónú.
32 FM. The Pioneer Joy Station.
32 FM.
The station admired by other radio stations.
32 FM.